All right, so this exercise is a half kneeling hip flexor stretch mobilization. The key thing here is we really want to optimize the position of your pelvis and your rib cage and making sure that they are over one another. And particularly too that we're using our abdomen and our butt muscle, our glutes, to maintain the position during the stretch. You can come up to a rail bar, but many of you will not even need that. You want to make sure that your front foot is right underneath your knee and your back knee is right up underneath your hip. All right, you're going to get into a position here, and instead of just leaning forward, arching your low back and letting the front hip move forward, you're not going to get a very true stretch of the hip muscles in the front. You'll actually just start stretching out the capsule in the front, which is not a good idea. What we want to do is we first want to make sure the knee is right under the hip, squeeze the butt, okay? Take a deep breath in and exhale all your air till you can't exhale anything more, and that's going to bring the rib cage down, contract your abdomen. You really want to kind of breathe, take deep breaths while you're holding your butt muscle and your abdomen in that downward position of your ribs stacked over another. Some of you might be positioned, if you have scoliosis, into an extension where you're moving forward here. So you're going to want to work hard. You might even have to use your arms up at the front of the rack here to push your upper back as if like an accordion. Your back is going back as your arms are kind of staying put, not reaching forward past the bar, but using it as a benchmark to move your upper back, get the ribs down, keep your butt tight. Now, once you're in that stacked position, then if you don't feel much of a stretch, keeping the butt muscle tight and the ribs down, you can move forward a little bit until you start to feel a nice stretch across the front of the hip. So you're getting a good stretch of the hip flexors if you keep your butt tight and you keep your ribs down after a full exhale, and they're stacked, your rib cage over your pelvis, over one another, as you translate your full body, including the hip, forward, not letting go, arch in the back, and not with